So verse 18, and Yahweh said, it is not good that man should be alone, that humankind should be alone. Not just that males should be alone. It's not good that human beings should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. Now, we're going to come back to that word helper in just a little bit, because there's a lot of misunderstandings about what the word means and what it doesn't mean. And to every beast of the field, but for Adam there was not found a helper comparable to him. God has done this purposefully to create within Adam a longing that he otherwise might have known or been able to put his finger on the pulse of it. As the animals apparently paraded before him, they went by in pairs. They went by in twos, in couples. And so Adam sees the 2 giraffes and the 2 hippopotamus, and he sees, and all of a sudden he's looking around for one like him. Right? He sees the animals playing and sporting and frolicking together and gravitating toward their own kind. And he's now wondering, well, where is my kind? Where is my companion? Where is my helper? And so God has done this purposefully and beautifully, poetically, to create within Adam a longing that he might up to that point have not fully understood. So then verse 21, and Yahweh caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam, on the human being. And he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its place. The rib which Yahweh had taken from the man, he made into a woman, and he brought her to the man. And then Adam said, then the human being said, this is now bone of my bones. And there's this revelatory, enthusiastic, surprise here. He's so happy as he wakes up from his deep sleep. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Not a hippopotamus, not a giraffe, not a cheetah. This is now bone of my bone, flesh of my. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. They become one flesh, which is a poetic and I would say modest, but also unambiguous reference to the sexual union between a man and a woman. And then finally, verse 25, very beautiful, very romantic. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed of their nakedness. And so human sexuality, human nakedness, the beautiful human form is not something to be ashamed of.